Hello, my name is Steven. As a child, my mother and father always told me to get a grip, so I tried my hardest always. They usually enjoyed to bully me to the point of contemplation of suicide, but I survived and took their threats and beating as motivation. I graduated Lettuce University at age 13 and decided I wanted to become an astronaut. After all, I did spend a lot of time in space as a kid, because my parents would often throw me into the universe as punishment for doing something good. While in astronaut school, I met a kangaroo named Jimmy. Jimmy had Down syndrome, and the staff would use poor Jimmy as a test subject every time they would go to space. On my first day in school, I witnessed the crew shove Jimmy into a water bottle and flew him into outer space with no resources at all. I usually didn't think much about that though, because I still had a traumatic past with my parents as well. So anyways, as I sat in my class, they've announced that Jimmy isn't coming back because they didn't supply him with anything. So they needed new participants for their squirty experiments. I stood up proudly and said, "I'll do it." So the crew jumped up with excitement as I walked into the laboratory to get ready for my departure into the dark and scary universe. The system of systematic systems, also known as the SS, has allowed for me to get my own rocket ship and fly by myself with no crew. I was so delighted. It brought me feeling nostalgic, because my parents would throw me into the universe all by myself. It just felt magical. As I started counting down, my heart felt a heart-pounding sensation. It was filled with extreme joy and overwhelming amount of happiness. I was so excited to be going back that my little boner had come up, and I think I shat in my pants a little. Now it's time to blast off. As I'm squirming around space, I see Jimmy's sucked up body in the bottle. I wave at Jimmy and tried to reach him to bring him back. My hands were too fucking small, so I left him on the moon. My 6 seconds of space-time had come to an end, and I had to return back to my planet to explain all the scientific bullshit that I found. Moral of the story: allow your inner child to explore space, so one day, your little dumbass can float into the stars and enjoy the scary darkness.